Alright, hello all, welcome back to the Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here. So, I meant to get around to this sooner, but here we are. We are doing a defense stacking video for EZA Captain Ginyu here. Now, obviously, this is a double 200% lead. So, I mean, that's something to note here. But his only 220 lead right now is Mercenary Tau. That could change relatively soon with the global sort of celebration. We'll have to see. But at least for now, his only sort of lead is, our 220 lead is Tau. And I don't have my own Tau. And kind of importantly, Ginyu's best linking partner, as well as just like support, is himself between being in base and transform. So, and we obviously need, several Ginyu Force characters for his full ability. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty disappointed by his EZA. I mean, it's been what, like a week, 2 weeks now, something like that, maybe even a little longer. Honestly, probably actually quite a bit longer. No, it was in part 1, wasn't it? So, I don't know. He just really released with like nothing to him. Like he's not like bad, but he's nowhere near what he once was. So he just feels very disappointing. He doesn't feel like he's not like a Raditz level unit, and he's not like what he once was. So he doesn't really. There's nothing really to talk about. It feels like. They kept a lot of RNG to him. They didn't really change a lot of numbers. He seems pretty unfortunate as a release, but I do think, at least in this sort of setting, he will be able to look pretty phenomenal. So I mean, there's that at least. So with Ginyu here, obviously we got a pretty good setup. We're gonna take advantage of him next to himself. It is kind of problematic in the sense that he does need to be under 70% starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle in order to be able to transform. While for the defense stacking, that's not an issue. I am going to do an attack stacking, not tomorrow, but probably the next day, I think. So that may play into that. But that being said, I mean, let's jump in. We got, obviously, Gogeta here for his active support. I do think we'll be able to get Ginyu to look pretty good by the end here. But he just, he has a lot of RNG, so we'll see exactly how it goes. But that being said, let's jump in. Let's get this started.
Let's do this.
Once again, I meant to get this out sooner, but, oh, what the? No! Are you kidding me? Oh my god, I swear if that Ginyu's off the friends list, that's going to be so annoying. Okay, well, yeah, just real quick then, I did mean to get this out sooner, but I got taken away with some of the other things I've been recording with Dokkan. Some of my attempts are taking forever still. The Million Arena take fucking days at a time for both. And they extended it again. I guarantee they extended it again simply because they don't even have 30,000 people who qualified. I bet that's what it is. I genuinely bet. I made 69 mil damage. I guarantee I fucking got in there. I hope I didn't, but I guarantee I did, because that event sucks. I can't wait for the survey. But yeah, point being, IRL, Dokkan, other games, I've been taken away, but I am trying to get back to doing these, so we'll get the attack stacking out soon as well, and then I do want to get a TN's attack stacking out, maybe another 2 days or so after that. So I'm gonna cut away. We'll come back once we're loading in. Hopefully I have to fight to get the Rainbow Friend again. We'll see. Alright, so here we are. Now, obviously, I am going to be using the friend lead here. My Ginyu's decent. But, I mean, as you can see, just at the start here, I mean, the friend is starting off with nearly, 35,000 more defense-ish? And that's just turn 1. So, I mean, as we get more and more stacks, it's going to be more and more apparent. Mine, well, I do have a lot of additional on mine, at least. minus 69%. I do have him fully link leveled, but, you know, just in the interest of making him look as good as possible, obviously, I will be using the friend one, which does have higher defense, and higher additional, which will be pretty helpful. So, on this turn here, we have 4 of our 7 links. Frieza's army gives defense, which is pretty important. Obviously, the transformed Ginyu does have that, so we're going to want to take advantage of that as soon as we can. But I don't know if we're going to be able to anytime soon. Now, from doing that, we don't lose anything. Frieza's army is the big sort of defensive thing. I think Gentleman as well, right? Yeah, Gentleman gives it too, so we're definitely going to want to take advantage of those. But once again, we do need to wait until we're 70% HP or under, starting for the 4th turn, which technically could happen as early as next turn. We'll have to see. But as per usual, I'm going to get a couple of turns in here. I do hope that like the Tech Ginyu LR and the physical Ginyu LR will be fine here, because the thing with Ginyu is he does need Ginyu Force allies, and I don't have the like worst release of all time, special pose guy. So I mean this is the best I can work with. So hopefully it does work. Alright, 2 supers. This will probably kill, I imagine. Will it? Yes, it does. Okay. Now, the thing with Ginyu, I believe he can do, what, 4 supers a turn? So, hopefully we do get pretty good luck with those, but the thing is, I mean, just to show here, I mean, this is part of why he's such a disappointment, is if you get all the supers and you get them several turns in a row, he can start to look very good defensively. But look, I mean, you have the guaranteed additional with a high chance. Then you have the bad condition, which is just straight up high chance of launching additional super. So an additional with a high chance is good because at least you're guaranteeing an attack, which in every attack increases the chance of proccing the hidden potential. When it's just a high chance of becoming a super attack, you either get it or you don't, and if you don't get it, so let's say this was worded the same way as this one up here. Even if you don't get it, at least it increased the chance of getting your hidden potential attack, which obviously that has your 50-50 of being a normal super, even if it does proc, but essentially you want as many guaranteed additionals as possible. I don't know why this isn't the exact same wording as this one. Very stupid decision. It really does feel like they intentionally held out on Ginyu. Once again, I do think in this setting he'll still look good, but it just... I can't help but being disappointed knowing what he once was. I'm going to do this, and the reason I'm going to do this is I'm going to try to see if we can take some damage. I don't know if we will, but... You know, as early as we can get that condition, I mean, it's genuinely going to increase Ginyu's defense. I mean, tremendously. I mean, a 30% increase from the link phase, that's going to do quite a bit. Now, to be fair, I mean, I probably do want mine to get a couple of stacks first anyway. But just for reference, I am trying to lower my HP. I don't know if it may take a while to see that. Which is going to be unfortunate with the attack stacking one. I am probably going to have to just throw Tech Ginyu in front of Zamasu attacks or something in order to get it. Alright, sorry about that. I did have to cut away for a moment there. But yeah, it could, well, it won't really matter here because, I mean, it's not like we lose out on anything for getting the links later on as long as we have them up, you know, as long as we have them transformed by the time we get around to doing our you know, big turn, that's really what matters. But you know, for the attack stacking one, that could set us back.
Mind your own business.
Yeah, I get it. I've never faced someone this strong before. I'm excited.
Alright, now this is just, you know, one turn of stacking, mind you. You know, the, well, yeah, I mean, we got the 2, sort of stacks in. We're up to 566,000. So I mean, we went from what we were like 356,000, so we got. I mean, he doesn't really have links here. But did he get what, like another 100? He got like 100,000 per super or something, roughly. Huh. I mean, we'll see what happens. The RNG could be pretty annoying as we go through here. We'll have to see. But the thing that's with Ginyu, as I find it really weird. He's actually, in a way, he's actually better defensively and offensively in base. And once again, that does sound a little weird, but well, he does get like the attack stacking, obviously. The thing with Ginyu is his stats are actually like significantly higher in base. I think he gets up to what, like 250% attack and defense start a turn when he's transformed. But in base, I mean, as long as you have his sort of Ginyu horse condition, I mean, you're getting like a good, I think, 360% attack and defense. So, I mean, it is quite a huge difference. I mean, 90%, and that's obviously not even talking about like any potential support he may or may not get. So when we do come around for the, big turn later on, we will be using base Ginyu instead of transform Ginyu. I wanted to make that clear now. So I do think he will be able to look pretty good, potentially. I mean, we'll have to see. It's, once again, the RNG is going to play a big part of it. And as you can see, I mean, to be fair, I probably would want at least a couple of stacks in with mine, which we did obviously get there. But, playing around with the the transformation might be annoying here, but it's going to be really annoying for the attack stacking. But we'll have to see. Oh, god damn it. Gogeta! Okay. That is also another problem there, is I do need Gogeta to be on the other rotation, probably. But, and then again, I mean, the Ginyus and the other characters need to be ran with Ginyu, and it's a whole mess. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Alright, I mean, you guys get the point, though. I mean, we're going to get to stacking. It doesn't look like he received too much of an increase from the defense there. But, I mean, we'll have to see what he starts up at once we, get in here later on. But that'll do it here. I'm going to cut away. I'm going to get stacking. And we will come back and we'll see just how tanky EZA Captain Ginyu can get. Alright, so we are back. We are up to turn 94 here. And I think Ginyu has gotten a decent bit of stacks, all things considered. I mean, he could have gotten more, but here. We've gotten 114 stacks. We are up to 14,423,148 defense. And now I do have the out-of-game formula set up already. And just, once again, I do like to reiterate this every single time, because I do know every single time the numbers do distinguish a little. As far as I can do on my end, the numbers are correct. It's either Dokkan or the calculator, how it like rounds up or down with like the decimal points. I presume it is what causes it to be off. But for the sort of out-of-game calculation, we are up to 14,423,208. So, I mean, there's a little bit of a discrepancy, but it's like 60. Literally 60. So, I mean, it's pretty close, considering we have 14 million. Now, that being said, obviously, we do have our full link set, but, once again, I mean, we look through these, and it's literally just Frieza's army and gentlemen that are giving us... I mean, loyalty gives us damage reduction, to be fair. But everything else is just attack. So, Frieza's army is the 20% defense. Gentleman is the 10% defense. So we have 30% defense there. We do, in fact, have the 30% defense currently up from these guys. So, I mean, because we had the physical Ginyu over there last turn. So, I mean, we're pretty set up, I do think. We haven't used any items or anything yet. And once again, I mean, we've gotten 114 supers of 153 attacks. I mean, considering he can do 4 attacks in a turn, right? And we had him since the second turn, like... I mean, he definitely could have gotten quite a few more, I think. It's just, once again, I mean, his design, it has a lot of inconsistency to it. Like, I think either they should have made him more consistent, or they should have given him... If they wanted to keep him inconsistent, sure. But, like, just give him greatly raised defense. Like, take away the raised attack for one turn, give him greatly raised defense and base, and greatly raised attack and transform. Like, if that's the sort of idea they want to go for, just lean full into it. Don't, like, gimp out the character like this. Like, it really does suck, but, you know, I mean, he still is, like, I can already tell from the base here. He's going to be up there, but, I mean, he's not going to compete with the likes of, like, Hit or something. I mean, there's no way. But that all out of the way, I mean, we might as well get started here. And, I mean, we'll start out with the monster carrot, I guess. Now, thankfully, you know, because we do have the other Ginyu linked with us, you know, we do have our full link set. So, I mean, we're already getting our super, which is very important, considering that his sort of phase 2 buff is on SA. So, that's definitely going to be very huge for us. But that being said, here we go. So, let's collect these. And that is, automatically, we get 345%, which over here we write as 4.45. So, we have jumped up to 64,183,076 on the out-of-game formula, 64,183,279. So, I mean, already we've jumped up quite a bit, obviously. Now, Android 8, you know, that's the nice 50%. So, we add that onto the item phase again, of course, 4.95 for 395% total, which is 71,394,672. Out of game, 71,394,883. I mean, so already we're looking pretty good here, because once again, I mean, we don't have any phase 2 yet. I mean, he's going to raise his defense, hopefully, you know, several more times within the turn from supers. Namely, we haven't used Gogeta yet. So, Ginyu's going to be looking pretty damn good here. And that being said, let's get to doing the actives here. There we go. Alright, now, obviously, Ginyu is not fusion or successors, so he doesn't get anything from the fusion itself. What buffs him, obviously, is the active skill. So, here we go.
This is the greatest fusion of all! I'm gonna send you back to hell!
Okay, so, with Gogeta, obviously, we do get a very huge buff. So, obviously, 54%. Ginyu is up to 109,947,776. Which is pretty crazy. Now, mind you, Ginyu is going to increase quite a ton still. Once again, we have more super effects, super attack effects to get, as well as the phase 2 really is going to jump him up quite a large margin. Now, I don't think he's gonna be like, because our best characters, I do believe it's like Hit, Bardock, Super Vegito. I think in that order. I think I could be wrong. Although asterisk there, of course, that Super Vegito would be higher if I had done his after Gogeta had come out. I hadn't and haven't gotten around to doing one post Gogeta, simply because I would rather do new characters than revisit the same character 15 different times for, oh, look, a 10% extra buff, right? Like, I mean, we don't need to do that. Like, there's definitely characters, I mean, like with Ginyu, for example, here, I mean, I'm definitely titling this 200% lead. Because I do intend at some point, once I have a better setup for him, you know, once, I mean, simply from leader skill, but I mean, there could be other characters that come out that, like, buff him in a major way, right? I mean, not Link's way, of course, but like, you know, like a domain. Like, I don't think there's a domain in the game currently that hits Ginyu, so, I mean, if we get a domain, you know, that buffs Terrifying Conquerors, right? I mean, that'd be huge. I mean, and we could even get that very, very soon. With, you know, the global celebration, it does look like it's going to be Daima. And, I mean, we do know that Goma is considered a Terrifying Conquerors based off his boss ID card in the data. He's on the category, so I mean, there's a chance. I mean, if there's a card, I know villain releases with domains can get pretty exhausting for me as well. But I mean, if there was ever a character that was going to have a domain, I think Goma is probably a prime pick. So I would not be surprised if we see, although he might buff Demonic Power, to be fair. But, I mean, he could buff Terrifying Conquerors, and that could be a major buff, because, you know, Domain's its own phase, so that's a true, you know, whatever, 15, 20, 30% buff, right? So it can be a pretty big deal. But that all out of the way, I mean, we might as well get started here. We got everything else up, obviously. It's time to see what Ginyu can get up to. So we collect these, and then obviously getting ready here. Now he does get a 150% increase, as well as 30% for each of his supers. So, alright, so 2.5 plus, and that's 35.5. We're at 277 mil already. Normal. Yeah, see, this is what the issue with Ginyu is. God damn it. Bro! Oh my god, dude! See, that this is... He could have gotten a lot more. That's so disappointing. That's so disappointing. Ah, God. I swear. I can't believe he did that. Of all turns, man. Okay, well... I mean, that was disappointing. I'm not gonna pretend otherwise. One super of the 4 he could get. Come on, bro. Well, I mean, he still got up to 277 mil, 212,946. Obviously, that's a pretty high amount. That does put him in our sort of higher cards. I'm not going to comment on exactly how high. I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember the, like, there's just so many. There's so many characters I've done at this point. I mean, I have the playlist for them. There's so many of these types of videos I've done. I do know that, like, Super Vegito, Bardock, and then Hit are our highest. I forget what Kefla got up to as well. I think she might be one of the higher ones too, honestly. But Ginyu is one of the higher ones here at 277 mil. This is roughly what you could see from, like, I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe, like, the 7th years are in this range, I think. Like, they're EZAs, I could be wrong about that, you know, it's in the playlist, I have the number on the thumb, I mean, you could watch the video to check that also, like, but yeah, he's up there, but he's not at the very, you know, peak or whatever. But, I mean, very basic towards the end, no, I mean, wait, he doesn't get more stats from transforming. I mean, that is a pretty good. I mean, my Ginyu, right? 69% was hitting some pretty good attack stats there, right? And obviously, we do need him to be Rainbow. We do need to prioritize him a bit more and everything. So I do think that's a pretty good sign, at least for the attack stacking of the items. I do think Ginyu has the potential to be one of the higher, harder, whatever hitting attack stackers. But I mean, we'll have to wait and see. Like I said, I'm gonna try and get that out. Maybe in 2 days. I think maybe 3. I want to get to doing these more often again. And I do want to catch up on some that I felt like I wanted to do the Genyus and Tien like last week. I talked about doing that, and I just didn't get around to doing it. So I do want to maybe pick up the pace for these next couple, and then we can try settling back into like 1, 2, whatever a week. But that'll do it here. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.